both are the two extremes. But if we cannot do that on daily basis or on weekly basis or on monthly basis, so at least once a year, at the end of year, we should sit down and look at our performance, our life of 1 year. How it has gone, and are we the same people or we have changed? And if we have changed for good, and we have made a progress or we have gone back. Because many of us, we have this tendency of back and forth, 1 step forward and then 2 steps back, 1 step forward and 2 steps back. So this is how most of the human beings are. We keep traveling in circles, or this way of life, 1 step ahead and 2 steps back. So at the end of year, we should look at ourselves and see 365 days, each day for 24 hours. Count how many minutes and how many hours, how many days and how many weeks and how many months have passed, and where am I? So I am standing at the same point, same place where I was standing years ago, or I have made a progress, I have changed, I have improved. And if I have changed, if I have improved, so alhamdulillah. But the areas where I have gone back, I need to know. And my brothers and sisters, up front, human beings, until we don't sit down, until we don't focus, until we don't take small notes, we don't write, until we don't challenge ourselves, we don't know anything. We think everything is fine, everything is perfect, everything is fine, I am doing good. Or we are always, those people who are going down or they are negative, they will say, oh, I am going down, I am going back. So they don't know. So the best thing is to evaluate. And no one can evaluate you better than yourselves. My brothers and sisters, many of us, we can hide our weaknesses, our weak points, our weak areas. So much so that even our spouses who are living with us, even they may not be able to know who we are and what we are doing and what is in our heart and what is in our mind and what is our real status. We can hide from our children, we can hide from our spouses, we can hide from our friends in community, and we are master of showing the good side to the people outside. We can make good projections. People will praise us. People are normally, as you know, they are, if they are friendly, they are very generous, they are very kind. In this day and age, people don't have habit of telling people truth on their face. And the problem is that people in this day and age, they are not even ready to listen the truth. People are very now kind of sensitive. Times have changed. Even your own children, they don't want to listen. And when you tell them the truth, so you have to put so much, you have to coat it so much in the sugar, and you have to use a very diplomatic language, and then you have to tell something to your own son or to your own daughter, or your own, family member. So don't expect that if people are not shouting at you and if people are not reminding you anything or if they are not pointing out anything, so it means there is nothing wrong. There may be so many wrong things and people are noticing, but nobody is bothering to come and tell you. People have all their feelings and their whatever observations in their hearts and minds. So the point is, we need to keep evaluating ourselves on daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis, annual basis. Hadith says, and this is the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that a believer is not supposed to be the same today as he was yesterday. Man istawa yawmahu fahuwa maghboon. There is a term in business in Arabic, maghboon. Maghboon is the businessman who didn't make profit, actually he has lost. The businessman who has lost the value of his commodity or in his business and is gone in loss, in Arabic, in technical language, he is called maghboon. Prophet says anyone who is the same today as he was yesterday, he is maghboon. Because today he was supposed to be ahead. He was supposed to be at higher level. In every area of his life. He got one more day, he got 24 more hours. And we are supposed to earn at every minute. Just when we say, for example, we say La ilaha illallah, just by saying this one La ilaha illallah, our status gets changed. We are now ahead. When we make wudu, so, and for the pleasure of Allah, or when we do 2 rakat namaz, so we have gone ahead. When we have given sadaqah, or we have given a good advice to someone, or if we have held the hand of an elderly, or we have put our hand on the head of an orphan, or if we have done anything good, so what is happening? So we changed, our status changes. So the point is, every day we have to earn new. We have to do something better. We have to do something better. We have to do something new. Every day starts with a new account. So a believer is always in motion, and is always active, and is always growing, and is always moving ahead. Because life is journey, and you cannot afford to stand at one place. Now, this journey is such a journey. The other physical journeys which we take, it's up to me to step forward or keep standing at the same place. So I'm standing at the same place, I'm sitting in my car, but I am not moving forward. So I'm standing. So I'm not in journey. But the journey of life is such that it is beyond your control. Whether you want, whether you don't want, every new second, every new breath is taking you ahead. You cannot say that I can stand still and I'm not in journey. You are in journey, you want or you don't want. You wish or you don't wish. Every new breath is one step toward your grave. Every new breath which you take. So, count how many breaths you had to take in your life. So, one is gone, the other is gone. Every second your life is decreasing. Every day you are one day closer to your grave. Every day you are one day closer to your death. But how many of us we realize that yesterday I had that many days and today one day is gone. I am one day closer to my death. I am one day closer to my grave. We don't realize that because we don't. In our Urdu language, they were used to say, they say the people who lose or gain are those who do counting. But the one who doesn't do counting doesn't have sense of losing or gaining. हिसाब ही नहीं किया. तो They were used to say कि नफ़ा नुकसान उसे होता है जो हिसाब करेगा, जो हिसाब ही नहीं लगाता, जो हिसाब ही नहीं करता, उसे नफ़ा क्या है और नुकसान क्या. So the point is, if you don't count, if you don't look at that, that's a different state. You are ghafil. And that is the worst thing for a human being, to become ghafil, neglectful. It's not me who is living the life, life is living me. It's not me that who is living the life. It's a life which is living me. And I don't know where I'm heading, where I'm going, from where I came, how long I have come, how long is left, and where I am going and where I am heading, and whether I am one of those who is in business, who is gaining or who is losing. This is because of ghaflat. Have you seen a businessman that who has a store, who has a shop, who has a company, who has a big firm, and he doesn't have any books, he doesn't record whatever he sells, whatever he buys, whatever he pays, whatever he receives. He doesn't have any budget, he doesn't have any plan, he doesn't have any priorities. Do you know that any businessman of that kind? And if, first of all, you won't have any businessman like that, but then if there is a businessman that who doesn't have books and who doesn't record things and who doesn't plan and who doesn't do these kind of things, then you know what is going to happen with his business and how long he will stay in business. According to this science of akhlaq in Islamic sciences, all of us are businessmen. All of us are, where many of us will say, oh, I'm not a businessman, I work for a company, I'm not a businessman. But no, all of us are businessmen and businesswomen. Allah has created us as business people. And if you want to understand from where I am coming, read Suratul Asr, the time. Wal Asr, innal insana lafi. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, after swearing by the time, I swear by the time, this time which you have no value for it. Many times you are sitting and you are saying, oh, I'm just killing the time. I had nothing to do, so I am just always available. Most of you may know that whenever you will send me the message, Maulana Faizi, when you are farigh, please call me back. Until the day of judgment, you will not receive my call. Maulana Faizi is never farigh. So never ever send me this message. When you are farigh, then call me. You just go ahead and tell me what you need from me. But don't say this. जब आप बेकार हो तो फिर हमें ये बताइएगा. This is a curse. So the point is, wal asr. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, I swear by the time. Time is so holy, so sacred, so valuable that Allah swears by it. Wal asr, I swear by the time. Innal insan. Al insan with alif lam in Arabic means every human being. Al insan, this is, Allah says, certainly every human being is in loss. No, tell me, if you are not in business, how you are in loss? Why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is using this language of businessmen? Allah is telling you that all of you are created to do business. Ya Allah, I am doing business and I don't have money, I don't have capital, So how can I do business? Allah says, the capital which I have given you and given you all, that capital is time. Your capital is your time, your life. Wal asr innal insana lafi khusr. Most of the, Allah first says, every human being is in loss. Then Allah makes some exceptions. إِلَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالْحَقِّ وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالصَّبْرِ. If you do these four things, then the chances are that you are not in loss, but other than that, you are in loss. So, there is so much literature available on this topic, my brothers and sisters. I normally touch it every year in the beginning of year or in the end of year. Somebody was selling what you call this ice, not today's modern ice. I'm talking about that ice wo barf jo hoti hai na usko, ice block. And he was shouting and he was calling and he was saying, oh, people come and buy it from me because every second it is melting. My capital is such that if you don't rush to come and if you don't buy it from me, it will all melt. That is our life, my brothers and sisters, which is melting at every second and every minute and with every breath. And the day when we are supposed to basically mourn that 1 year is gone by and I am 1 year now, I have lost 1 year of my life. We have candles and we have birthday and we have cake and we are jumping up and down and giving gifts to one another that we have lost 1 year of our life and celebrating it. That is the day of mourning, not the celebration. That is the day when I need to sit down and see, 1 year has gone, what did I do? And I have lost 1 year of that precious capital which Allah had given me. So, my brothers and sisters, I'm just touching the topic. There is so much in this topic. The importance of time, importance of these days and nights, and importance of even each minute and each hour. In riwayat we have that the most valuable time, most valuable commodity which you have is your time. They say time is money. It's not money, it's much more than that. Money, if you lose it, the chances are you can make it again. You can get it back. But the time which is gone, it is gone. By spending of billions of dollars, you cannot get 1 minute back. 1 minute, even by $1 billion. And you cannot get that 1 minute back. It's gone, it's gone. That's why there is a hadith of Rasulullah for Abu Zar. Where Prophet says, "O Abu Zar, don't be stingy with your dirham and dinar, but be stingy with your time." Be stingy with your time. This is the commodity, this is the capital, this is the valuable thing which you have. Be very careful with it. Don't lose it. Don't overspend it. Don't waste it. Don't kill it. So, this time, and this is hadith of Prophet to Abu Dhar. If you want to see sometime that how much Prophet was careful about this, how our Imams, Ahlul Bayt, they were so in control of their time. I have mentioned it in past and I will mention and conclude the khutbah. You know, people were used to come and visit our Imams say salam to them, ask questions from them, offer their respect to them. So there were certain times where Imam's doors were open. People would come and meet them and see them, ask their questions. They say a man came to see Imam Ja'far as-Sadiq alayhi salatu wassalam. Imam welcomed him as per the customs of the time and the customs of the day. Imam welcomed him. Imam may have served him with something, because this was the adab and this was the way and this was the style of Ahlul Bayt. Then Imam looked at him. Why did you come today? He said, Mawla, I had a few questions I wanted to ask you. Mawla said, please go ahead. So this man asked the questions from Imam. Imam alayhi salatu wasalam answered his questions. Now, after Imam had answered his questions, now there is a silence in the room. For a few moments, Imam showed grace and was kind of hospitable. But then soon Imam looked at him and Imam said, "Oh, friend of mine, do you still have some more questions which you want to ask me, or you have asked your questions? All of those." He said, "No, Mawla, I have asked all the questions." "Have you got your answers?" He said, "Mawla, yes, I got my answers." Then Mawla looks at him and says, "Then you need to stand up. Then you need to leave, because I am a busy man. I have so much to take care of. Can me and you tell our guest?" This is, sometimes we have made the cultures that we are now stuck with those kind of our own cultures and our own adab. But Imam of the time, the waris of Rasulullah, the waris of Khulke Azim, he is saying, if you had come to me to ask those questions, you asked the questions, you got the answers, now you need to stand up and leave. You go and do what you need to do and let me do what I need to do. Don't keep sitting here and looking at my face. I am enjoying the company of Imam alayhi salatu wasalam, and then go out and tell, "Oh, yesterday I was with Imam and I spent the whole day with Imam," and keep bragging with people. This is also another problem. We would like to waste the time of our maraje taqleed, our ulama, our leaders, our seniors, just for bragging. I have nothing to do with this marja taqleed. I have no question. I have no reason to go and see him, but I am in line to go and see him. Man in his 80s, man in his 90s is so much duties, responsibilities. But I am there only to see him and shake hand with him. Or even, so if you want to do that, but then shake the hand and then leave, then there is no point of sitting there. This is the one difference between ulama of Iran and Iraq and ulama of India and Pakistan. And again, because of our culture. We lived in Qom, we studied with Maraje, with senior ulama, and we visited Najaf several times. And then, of course, we came from Pakistan and we know our culture and our ulama. So in Iran, if you had to go and see an alim, he sits for 1 hour every day from 11 to 12. That's the time. Everyone knows, if you want to see Ayatollah Makarim, I'm talking about even 50 years ago, not even today. You want to see Ayatollah Subhani, you want to see Ayatollah Jawadi Amuli, you want to see Ayatollah Fadil Lankrani or any of those, it's 11 to 12, or 12 to 1, or it is 4 to 5, or 5 to 6. It's a 1 hour dedicated time when Agha sits. Anyone wants to come and see and meet and talk and ask questions, this is your time. Exactly at the same time he will enter in the room. Exactly at the same time he will stand up, he will look at the watch, and he will stand up and he will go and do his other things, what he is doing. They are studying, they are researchers, they are teachers, they are scholars, they have so many things to do. But look in India and Pakistan, mashallah. Anytime someone can come and knock the door. Anytime, there is no special day, there is no special time, there is no meaning consideration of anything. Any time is the tea time. And then when you come, then again, nobody knows that Imam Zamana will come first or you will leave first. So, talk and talk and talk and talk about all Maulana, he said this and she said this, and somebody was talking against you and somebody was talking, praising you, and somebody was doing all gossip and all those kind of things. No mas'ala, no question, no kind of worthy discussion. Sometimes these offices of Maraje would embarrass us in Qom. They would say, Agayun, in your country, people don't have any question for prayer. People don't have any question for homes. People don't have any question for fasting. People don't have any question. All questions come about Zuljana. All questions coming in the office of Marja are about Alam. All questions coming from India and Pakistan are about Hazri and Nazar and Niyaz. Meaning there is no salat, there is no zakat, there is no khums, there is no jihad, there is no amr bil maruf, there is no nahy anil munkar, there is no miras, there is no matajir, there is nothing halal and haram other than Hazri and Niyaz and Alam and Zuljana. We would really get embarrassed. So my brothers and sisters, all these things are reminders. We need to upgrade ourselves. We need to change ourselves. We need to improve ourselves. We need to grow. We need to go ahead. And we need to be the people who have taste of knowledge, who have genuine interest in learning, and those people who have collection of books at their homes. Those people who read on daily basis. Those people who sit with scholars and talk about scholarly issues and ask questions. And this is how we as individual and as family, every day, every week, every month and every year, we need to grow. I will have the second part of this discussion, inshallah, in the first khutbah of 2025. That will be from here. We will go, inshallah, forward. Recite a salawat. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله الذي لا إله إلا هو الحليم الكريم غافر الذنب وقابل التوب وهو الغفور الرحيم. صلوات. In the second khutbah of Jumu'ah, I advise again myself for taqwa, parhizgari and piety, and then I advise all of you for the same. Time is up, but there are some important reminders, only one-liners. I have a duty and responsibility to talk about First of all, from that October 7th till the December of 2023, and then this entire year of 2024 has gone by, and the people of Palestine, people of Gaza, then people of Lebanon, people of Yemen, even people of Syria, their sufferings didn't end. And this killing and demolition of their neighborhoods, killing of their leaders and their innocent people and even their elderly and women and children continued under the watch of those champions of human rights and champions of democracy. International forums, all those human rights organizations, these hypocrite governments have been watching, and the suffering continued. And it is continuing until today. Even today, even yesterday, people were martyred in Gaza, in Palestine, in certain other places. Now a new front has started bombing of Yemen. After committing so many crimes in Lebanon, in Gaza, now Yemen is under attack. My brothers and sisters, in this day and age, all of us are active and involved with the social media. I urge you, wherever you can raise the voice, raise the voice. That's the least what you can do, to talk about these atrocities, talk about this injustice, condemn it, disown it, disapprove it in appropriate way, in a way which is right way of making your point. So all of us, we have duty and responsibility, and none of us can afford to look the other side or turn the blind eye or to keep silent. All this is happening in front of us, and we have to do our job. Number two, the condition in Syria. I spoke about it last week. It's not clear. It's actually very much confusing. What has happened, as leader has stated in his couple of speeches, it was all designed, planned by this occupying regime of Zionist state, and with the backing and with the help of the administration from United States of America and these other NATO countries, with the full involvement of Turkey and some other these Arab states. So it's a very, very goofy kind of thing what is going on over there. I don't have any experience, I don't have that many resources, I don't have that kind of insight. But the leader who has the resources, who has insight, who has experience, he has predicted that the situation in Syria will actually it will change, and it will not remain as it is. And we are seeing the signs. Now in last 1 or 2 days, we saw people standing up and protesting against these extremists, and so something has started there. What is going to happen, we have to see. We have to wait. But don't think that this is a legitimate regime which has come, or these are the people that we can have some good hopes from them. Everyone knows their past. Everyone knows who is supporting them, who is backing them, who is facilitating them, So we cannot have any good hopes from them, for sure. The only word of caution is that if you watch the Iranian media, if you watch the leader talking about it or some other responsible people talking about it in Najaf or Qom or that leadership, they are not making it Shia-Sunni issue. I feel disappointed when I see some of my brothers that who have, alhamdulillah, those who are enlightened brothers and sisters, and those people that who are known for someone that who is on the always doing the right things, when they post the messages and make it the issue of Shia and Sunni. That is a dangerous move, my brothers and sisters. There are, first of all Shias are not Tahir and Mutahhar and always on the right side and doing the right things. And all Sunnis are also not the bad and not the wicked. After all, these people in Hamas and people in Palestine, they are also Sunnis. So while you are talking about these incidents, what are happening in Syria or are happening in Lebanon or happening in those places, don't make this Shia-Sunni issue. This is a word of caution. I have seen even some of my very dear and near brothers posting some posts in some of our social media group, and I was disappointed. Talk about these issues, analyze these issues, inform people what's going on, but don't make it the Shia-Sunni issues. This is not going to really strengthen our hands. It will actually make us weaker. Recite a salawat. The last word and last thing is, while all this is going on in Gaza, in Lebanon, in Syria, there is a similar place, there is similar thing going on in Pakistan, which is now in these days known as Gaza of Pakistan. And that is the Parachinar, and that is that Kurram agency and the area in the northern areas of Pakistan. More than 2 months have gone by and they are cut off from everywhere. There is no food, there are no medicine, there is no treatment, and then threat coming from all around. Unfortunately, it's not only that these people are coming from Afghanistan and they are extremists. The agencies of Pakistan, the Pakistani forces are also not doing the right thing. They consider these extremists as their assets. They are supporting them, they are kind of standing on their side, and the Parachanar suffers more because they think that if Parachanaris are okay here, they might go and help in Syria, or they might go and help in Yemen, or they might go and help in Lebanon. So the best thing is to keep them all just occupied here and worried about their own lives and their own wives and their own children, and make them bleed here in Pakistan so that they have no time and no resources and to really worry about anything else. They are suffering. Again, please raise today in Pakistan, they were supposed to have sit-ins after Friday prayers. In entire Pakistan, in Karachi, there was a big sit-in. I heard, I have not confirmed the news, but I heard that police shot on the people who were sitting in for this Parachanar. Sit-ins are happening in Rawalpindi, in Islamabad, in Lahore, even in smaller cities, even in villages. From Skardu, Baltistan, Gilgit to all the way to Karachi. We cannot go there, but at least we can become their voice. We can speak for them, we can talk about them, we can expose the hypocrisy of these agencies of Pakistan and this hypocrite government of Pakistan, and we should also pray for them. They need our prayers, they need our speaking for them and talking for them. These were some of the time sensitive issues. I know it is taking long, but I thought I have a duty and a responsibility to share with you. So please recite a salawat. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل وسلم على سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا أبي القاسم محمد وعلى أمير المؤمنين وإمام المتقين علي بن أبي طالب وعلى سيدة نساء العالمين فاطمة الزهراء وعلى الحسن والحسين سيدي شباب أهل الجنة وعلى علي بن الحسين ومحمد بن علي وجعفر بن محمد وموسى بن جعفر وعلي بن موسى ومحمد بن علي وعلي بن محمد والحسن بن علي اللهم صل على مولانا صاحب العصر والزمان وعلى آبائه الكرام ما اتصل الليالي والأيام أما بعد فقد قال الله تبارك وتعالى توبوا إلى الله توبة نصوحا عسى ربكم أن يكفر عن سيئاتكم ويدخلكم جنات تجري من تحتها الأنهار وقال الله تبارك وتعالى إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون